Jacksfilms gets doxxed by Sniperwolf. Let's talk about it. Alright, man, so Sniperwolf doxxed Jacksfilms. And I think that most people probably already know like the lore behind it, but just for those who are uneducated or want to hear us talk about it, we'll kind of go through it a little bit. What do you know about it?
I know that Sniperwolf is a streamer and Jacksfilm is a YouTube kind of react guy, right? And he was making fun of her and the kind of content that she makes. I have never seen either of their YouTube channels, but I know there's a big beef, and this lady went to his house and took a picture of it.
Yeah, so from my understanding, Sniperwolf makes TikToks of she reacts to TikToks, and they're, according to Jacksfilms, they're not transformative, right? They're not like, she's not really adding to the content, just reacting to it. So in his opinion, she's stealing the content. She's not giving the creators like the actual recognition she should be. So he makes reaction videos of her reaction videos, making fun of her not reacting, right? And then he also gives recognition to the original creators of who are they both now reacting to.
Okay, right? Is he going after the big react people if they don't have like a reaction that he feels is high quality? Like how come he's not coming after Asmongold? Is this guy an incel?
Right. Dude, that's actually that's a crazy point.
Why is he picking on ladies when there's gentlemen out here who are doing react content?
Well, maybe because she has 30 million subscribers. You know, maybe because she is so big. But that's actually a really good point. His whole channel is that he has a secondary channel. Like his whole secondary channel is reaction videos of Sniperwolf. Like his whole second channel, so
he's farming her.
In a way, yeah, you could say that. But the whole thing is like she is stealing the content, or she is like not transforming the content or whatever. But you're right. I don't know why he's going after her.
I don't think Asmongold is transforming the content. I don't feel like he's doing anything special with the content. I think we like seeing Asmongold react to content. Yeah, we like seeing Charlie react to content. But it feels like I would be very upset if this man has a whole YouTube channel dedicated to picking on me. I would maybe go to his house and take a picture.
No,
and then I text him XD.
We are learning that may be okay if you are Sniperwolf, but you would probably get in big trouble. Like you would get in big trouble.
Who's this 7 foot tall dude outside my house with a selfie stick?
Oh my god, no. But that's a good point. I think that the problem is that it's really hard to compare the two because of the stuff they react to is so different. I feel like Asmongold puts stuff out there that kind of makes things noticed, right? Like he may pick a topic that isn't popular at the time, or for example, Asmongold made a video this week about this teacher that got fired from his job because
why did he get fired?
Because he was streaming, because he was being a part-time streamer, and like but apparently he was streaming like this waifu game, like a very weird waifu game. Yeah, he was streaming like a waifu game, so obviously like bonkers, jonkers, all that stuff, and he was a teacher, so like he got fired, right? And Asmongold, and that still sucks. Like I'm still with that guy. I don't think that's right. Like I don't think you should get fired for being a teacher.
They really shouldn't know what he's doing.
Exactly. That's exactly. And there's like that's a whole
we'll get
thing.
into that some other time.
But Asmongold made a video reacting to him and even got him onto his stream to talk to him, right?
Nice.
And he puts like this spotlight on that. So in that situation, Asmongold, reacting to that is a good thing. Yeah. But
he's doing more than reacting.
Exactly. Yeah, he is literally in there, and where Sniperwolf is, their TikToks have probably already got millions of views, and she's not really reacting to things that are, this needs to be noticed. People need to talk about this. It's more like, lol. I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
So my pushback to that is, if her content is so vapid, why does this man watch so much of her content and try and farm her and have a whole YouTube channel about it and bring her to the point that she's triggered and she's gonna walk by your house?
That's true. That's
I think a lot of people are probably not having this perspective. I think a lot of people are just, because I seen on Reddit that they're going back 10 years and finding old videos where she did this or that sus on Omegle, or she did this or that, and it's like, come on, man, like now you guys are really just attacking her. Like it almost seems like the whole idea is like, okay, I'm gonna pick on her, keep tapping the glass until she's stressed out. And now that she's stressed out and she's reached her limit, now oh, it's her, cancel her.
Right. I will say that is true that they are picking on her now, but they're picking on her now because she doxed somebody. Like that's
okay,
but that's the other thing is that your reaction or your reaction to somebody making fun of you on the internet like that and farming you got 30 million subs. Like you gotta, like, people are going to farm you. Right, exactly. He's out there like getting all that, like he's like, oh, you know, the second like droplets
goes up.
Oh,
she just came out with another video. My alarm just went off. I got a notification.
She has 1 million views. He's over here like 100,000, just getting the little pieces. But either way, your reaction should not be dox him, right? That's I think the problem. I think it's okay for her to be upset, but I think like to take it there, doxing the man, crazy,
okay, so
crazy.
I was playing devil's advocate, and also I don't really know the whole situation. I'm just trying to piece it out.
Right.
I don't think it's okay to go up to a person who has the whole internet that can know where they live now.
Right.
And here's the other thing that happened. Apparently, his wife tweeted that she didn't feel safe, and she was asking for YouTube to do something about that. I think if you have a problem with Jacksfilms, that's one thing. The moment you bring his wife's you know, person into it, or her family, or even your extended family, it has nothing to do with them. Now you've put everybody in danger because you're upset over something that probably you could have just ignored.
I feel like you don't have to ignore it. You could talk to the guy, but you don't dox the guy, right? That's I think that's what everybody's kind of. That's where like everybody's like, hey, we get it, maybe like you're upset, but you don't dox the dude.
I don't think the doxing part is good, but I do think like having some sort of response or being upset that this dude's farming you like that. I get that.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but don't go to his house.
Right. And you know, so her whole thing was, I didn't dox him. Like, I didn't dox him, right? And because she genuinely doesn't understand like why people are saying that she doxed him, and I believe her. I believe that she doesn't.
Like she's that dumb.
Oh, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it like that.
You really think she just walked by his house and she didn't think there would be like numbers near it?
I know. No, yeah. She knew what she was doing, but she didn't understand like the consequences that would come from doing that, or like that, like, oh, I don't think she did it thinking like, oh, I'm doxing him. You know what I mean?
No,
I think she more did it thinking maybe like, I'm here, bro, like catch me outside kind of thing, you know?
She's being a Takashi.
She out here, bro, but I don't think she understood, like, I honestly think, like, when people were telling her at first, like, dude, just dox that guy. She's like, what do you mean I dox that guy? Like, I went over there and said, what's up? Like, I didn't dox him. I think that's what the problem is.
You might be right on that. Because her Twitter thing that she posted, the apology after she got demonetized temporarily. It seemed sincere or ChatGPT.
It was 100% ChatGPT. Type me an apology. Bro.
And ChatGPT has a lot to work with because it's seen apologies before.
It's like, oh, we know. Don't do Jake Paul's apology. You know, they know. But so that's essentially what happened. You kind of fast forwarded there. But I think the reason we want to talk about it now is because we finally got a conclusion to like the saga of Sniperwolf. And
I did.
At first, at first it was like, what is YouTube gonna do? Do they even care? Because we're small creators, and I feel like YouTube has like a magnifying glass on us in an aspect that we mess up.
We're victims.
Yeah, if we mess up, they're gonna mess us up. You know what I mean? Man. Yeah, they're watching every single thing that we do all the time. They're always emailing us. They're always asking us what we're doing.
I be checking my cars for bugs and stuff when I be getting out of here. Man.
So, but they didn't react, or they didn't say anything for like the longest time.
Yeah, people were thinking that she was just gonna get away with it.
She almost did. She almost did. I feel like she could have gotten away with it, but the backlash was so big that it's like, you know, the saying, if no reaction is, or no decision is a decision.
No news is good news.
No, not that. The like, picking no sides is still picking a side, right? Kind of thing. And I think that's what they're trying to do, is not pick a side, but then that makes it just seem like they're picking her side.
That's
right?
true.
You know, so
and there were a lot of memes about it. I was saying, unless you're Sniper Wolf memes and stuff like that.
Right. I saw a lot of those memes too. And
so now
that's true, because that is kind of scary. I don't think that having that, like, you had to do something of your YouTube, because that precedent that you can dox somebody and not get in trouble is really scary. Especially like for us, right? We're gonna have 1 million subscribers one day.
Yeah, we're on our way.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have 1 million subscribers one day. And what are we gonna do? Do we have to move? Like, do we have to go somewhere else? Because that's what Mr. B said. Mr. B said that he lived in his same house that he had lived in even after he had like millions and millions of subscribers, making a bunch of money. But he moved due to a security issue, due to the fact that he got robbed. Like, somebody broke into his house and stole his stuff. And luckily he wasn't at his house at the time, but they legit broke into his house. And
crazy.
It is crazy, right? And he moved to like a really nice area afterwards, and he said, strictly for security, like just so I could feel safe in my house, because I obviously, like, living in a community or a normal house is not going to be okay as like a, you know, really huge YouTuber, unless you're Asmongold. Apparently he can just live in his
somehow, like, you can't tell me people don't know where he lives.
Bro, he won't get, there's nothing to steal at his house. I saw that video. Like, what are you gonna steal, dude?
Yeah, dude, some dirty dishes, some extra pillows.
Bro, like, what you gotta do is this Dollar General pizza? Like, yeah, I eat that every day.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
He's like, yeah, that stain's been there for 20 years. Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like,
man,
nobody's gonna rob him. Yeah. He, like you said, like,
so we need to lower our living standards so we don't have anything to worry about.
I know, right? That's what pretty much what it comes down to, I guess.
Yeah.
Or Sniper was gonna come to our house.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the whole situation has just been so weird. Like, I think that YouTube, what did YouTube do? YouTube demonetized her temporarily. And I think that that's still not good enough.
I think maybe they're taking some time to do some research a little bit more. Maybe.
What other research you got to do?
Well, people are coming out with new videos about her doing stuff that every single day, man.
That's just like adding to it, though.
Yeah,
I feel like that the doxing thing is already enough, right? And
it should be enough.
Adding to it.
It should be enough.
Yeah,
if somebody comes to my house and takes a picture of it, I would want them off of the platform.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what should happen. But I dare somebody else to do it and F around and find out. Yeah. Because they will, like, that's the crazy part.
Yeah,
like, if somebody else would do it, they're out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, 500,000 subs, 100,000 subs. You're a smaller creator, you don't have 30 million, and you do something like this, you are getting chopped, bro.
Right.
You're getting chopped.
100%. And, like, that pretty much concludes that saga. Like, she got temporarily banned. She's probably going to get permanently banned.
No, I don't think so.
No? But even though that's happening, Jack, find some original ideas. You're trash. You upset that lady.
He has like a whole channel like of his original idea. It's like his side thing is making fun of her. It's like his side thing is making fun of her. You know, I don't know how he has that enough time in the day.
So what you're saying is he has a whole side business of making fun of this woman. Because you just said it in a different tone, and that's supposed to make it different. He's still trash. You've been playing Spider-Man, huh?
I love Spider-Man, man. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 came out, yesterday? Absolutely love it. I just love the story. I keep asking you this. Did you beat the first one?
Yes.
Bro, the first one made me cry at the end. Like, you remember when Aunt May died? Spoilers for a fucking 7-year-old game. Oof. That game, I just realized that game came out like 6 years ago. The first one.
Seems newer.
It seems newer.
Yeah.
I was living at my old house.
Yeah, I was living at my old house.
Yeah,
like 3 houses ago.
Exactly, yeah. And we're playing on the PS4.
Yeah.
We keep thinking it's a PS5 game.
Yeah.
But it was a PS4 game.
Sheesh. It was a good game too.
It was a good game. But
the thing I liked the most about the Spider-Man game that I played was the pacing.
And I feel like this kind of has the same pacing going. That's what I think is the strongest aspect of this new Spider-Man game is the story, the pacing of it. And I think they are, so far from where I'm at, I think they're doing a good job balancing Miles and Peter's story and mixing it together.
It's like Grand Theft Auto 5.
Kind of, yeah, but not as... I personally don't switch between the two as often.
So you can switch whenever you want?
Yes, you can switch whenever you want, but I find myself just playing, like, if I'm doing a Peter mission, I'm just gonna play as Peter until the game changes me back into Miles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I'd do that too.
Exactly. Like, there's really no reason to in my opinion, switch back and forth like that. It's like, I'll just do the Miles stuff when I have Miles again. You know what I mean? Like, I don't... Yeah, just
no, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, but I do like the story, and like, as I was saying with the Aunt May thing, that made me cry. Remember that? You remember that?
I vaguely recall it. I just remember the last part, you're fighting like all of the villains for a second, and then like it just ramped, game over, and I was like, damn, this game's already over? That was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
But yeah, I guess Aunt May died.
But the Aunt May thing, though, you have to remember that Peter had the antidote to save her because the city was sick. Remember, the city had like they had that sickness, right? Peter had the antidote to save her, and he had the choice. Like they could make the antidote and make it for everybody in the city. It would take 2 hours, or you could use the antidote right now to save Aunt May. And so he goes to Aunt May and he says, and he's wearing a Spider-Man costume. He's like, everything's gonna be okay, ma'am. Talking to her, like trying to pretend that she's a stranger, and she goes like, stop. I want to see my nephew one more time.
Oh my god!
And then he takes his mask off.
Hold on, you're gonna make me cry.
Yeah, I know. He takes his mask off. He says, "You knew," and she's just like, "I knew for a long time." And then that whole interaction is like, "I just didn't want you to worry." She's like, "I did." And then he has like the antidote, and he wants to use it, but she's like, "You know the right answer." And it's like the craziest thing, bro. That's what I'm telling you.
So amazing.
You forgot that. Like, isn't that crazy? You forgot that. Yeah. And that's how this story, I feel like, is going to hit. I already can see it setting up there because the characters that we were introduced in this game were a part of the last game, but they weren't in the last game, if that makes sense, right? So they're in this game, and you're like, oh, dude, I remember them talking about this dude in the last game. Yeah. And now, like, we're starting that ball. Yeah. And you know it's not going to end well. Yeah. You know it's not going to end well. Not. And I'm just ready for those emotional... Because that's how it makes you feel. Like that Aunt May thing, bro. It's like, that's like... You know it's going to hit like that. Yeah. Something's going to happen. I don't know what it is.
You know, I just realized when you reminded me that Aunt May died and that he had to choose between her and everybody. Right. He chose the exact opposite of what Joel chose in The Last of Us 1.
That's crazy you just said that. That's actually so true. That's actually so true.
Like,
that's super fast.
Those games hit way different, but like...
Right.
Yeah, like they both it's the right decision either way.
Yeah.
It is. Like, because if this person means everything to you, fuck the rest of the people.
Right.
It's your life.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing that... What really sucks about what I love about Spider-Man is that he does all this stuff and he's still broke. Like, he can't keep a job. He's still like the brokest dude busy. You know. Yeah, he's too busy
to hold down a job.
And what I don't understand is like in the Insomniac game, Spider-Man is just like this broke dude. But when you look at Spider-Verse or whatever, Across the Spider-Verse, that Peter Parker figured out how to monetize his Spider-Man-ness. You remember that? Like, he was like, he was rich, bro. He like had stores and...
so you just got merch.
Yeah, he had merch. Yeah, he had merch. Like, that's the crazy part, right? But in this one, he's just like, nah, none of that. I just be broke.
You think that Peter Parker has like Harry Shave Club commercials?
Yeah.
And, like, fucking,
oh my god, you still haven't seen the second one, huh?
The second Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my god, dude.
Wait, is he just like, he has like those meals they mail to your house and stuff?
There's like, this is like a little spoiler, but it's not a big deal. But Miles kind of tries to do the same thing, and he ends up having to make some like YouTube apologies. He's like it's just him like, I made a mistake. Because he like did a brand or something.
That's too good, dude.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
That's so meta.
You still need to watch that. Yeah, you still need to watch that movie. It's so good. And then when you watch that movie, please, like watch it, and then you should watch it the day before we record. So you come in, when you start.
I'm probably gonna have love the first.
Yeah. So when you come back and we do the podcast like the day before, like watch it, do the podcast the next day, and then you're gonna be like, "What the fuck was that? What was that?" You know, that's exactly how it'll start.
Okay.